Let's go ahead and get the Funkmaster Flex. The Boule are infighting. Boule are infighting. Is this the end for Charlamagne? Is this the end for Jay-Z? Because what Funk Flex did was noble. But was he sanctioned to say all this? Right? Was Funkmaster Flex given the green light to say all this against Jay and Charlamagne? There's a power struggle going on. Listen, ever since the old man died, what was the old man, y'all? The old man handler for everybody. You know what? They broke into his house. His wife died. He died. Ever since he died, there was a power vacuum. People assumed it was going to be Puffy. People assumed it was going to be Jay. I thought at one point it would have been Jay. Who's the old man, y'all? Who's the old man? The old handler that used to work for the Jews to keep all the blacks in check. What was his name? But nonetheless, who gave Funkmaster Flex the green light to go at Jay and Charlamagne? Okay, let's go.
The same thing for Charlamagne, man. You know, that boy put his time in the city. Grinded very hard. He's also put on a lot of people.
Yes, Clarence Avant. Clarence Avant, yes. Once he passed, we're like, okay, who's gonna take over his job? Right now, there's a power vacuum going on because I don't see anybody that's clear and head and shoulders above everybody else to take his spot. I thought it would have been Jay, but no. Now I'm like, no. So I'm just waiting for a dark horse to show up. Could have been Charlamagne, but now someone on the other side said, "No, Flex, go ahead and get him." So let's go.
Change the morning show landscape because we're always just talking about people when we want to tear them down and we want to rip them down. We got to really sometimes just give it the way it is. You know,
the truth.
Yes, that, you know, what he has built for himself and for other people is amazing. Shout out to Wendy Williams. You know, he came out of that camp. He figured it out. He got fired. He went out of town. He came back. You know, sometimes we got to give our people our accolades. And once again, let's be clear, it's later on in his career that we're looking at this right now. So I'm talking about some people who have put in a lot of good work and positive work and you know, but now we got to say he, you know, see the guard was in there when Jay was saying we're past kneeling. You know, Jay-Z knew why the NFL was reaching out to him. All of us, I got shunned. I was called every name in the book for talking about Jay-Z with that particular situation.
Yep.
My bosses at the time and different people. Hey, Jay called over and said, just give him a chance. I think he said 6 months. I always knew in 6 months that that's not going to resonate the same way if it's a mistake. And whatever it was, you know, Jay-Z, like I said, 9 out of the 10 things I love about you, bro. The Colin Kaepernick thing was a real slice below the belt, and that wasn't for your people. And you try to make people believe it was for your people, and that's why you're getting the target flack, Jay. That's why you're getting the target flack, because you and your team have always tried to camouflage that you're helping with that situation, because you have helped. Listen, Meek, prison reform, you know, countless people he's put on, countless artists they have put through that Rock Nation system to sell records, show him the system. Once again, 9 out of 10 things I like about him. But, and I'll be honest, if you want to chop Colin Kaepernick off at the knees, just say it, man. That's why this thing is real questionable. It's not questionable anymore, Jay. It's not questionable anymore, to be honest. It's like you cut his knees off because some way or how the NFL spoke to you or you made your way to them and you knew whatever bag that you were taking was going to neutralize Colin. You knew that. You're smarter than that. But it's okay if you want to take it. Take it, my brother. Take it, but wear it, man. That's all, because that's why this all gets weird. If you're saying something about him, he gets upset. His team gets upset because we see through the jokes. And listen, it's a good jokes, bro.
On top of that, Rock Nation is copyright striking anybody that plays the Drewski skit of Jay-Z playing him. I received cease and desist from Rock Nation when we were going over to Desiree Perez a couple years ago, when it was revealed that she was an informant, and we had paperwork and everything. And I'm like, how am I getting a cease and desist? And it's federal documents right here. But nonetheless, Rock Nation, it reaches very long. But let's continue.
Knocking your jokes. I'm just saying it came at the expense of Colin Kaepernick, and we saw you. You made, not you and your team made personal calls to air personalities to make sure how they spun it. So he was with Colin in the beginning. But when you smelt the bag, and I hate to say this, my brother, but this is how it works. You was with Colin, wearing the jersey with him, phone calling him and everything. Y'all was communicating. And you either got a call, a whiff, that the NFL wants to talk to you. Somewhere in there, you made a decision. Jukes. But it's
the same way he jukes Jermaine Dupri, because remember, Jermaine Dupri was originally tapped to run the NFL Super Bowl halftime committee. That was Jermaine Dupri's position. Jay shamed him out of that. And then, no, you shouldn't do that because that's them people. We trying to boycott the NFL. And then he turns around and takes a position. It's not like that's like Kevin Samuels telling y'all to stop streaming, but only he can stream. You know what? Let me shut up. Let's go.
It's okay, Brooklyn. I understand it. You a hustler. I understand you, bro. But you keep it a buck, man. Most Brooklyn and hustlers, they just say what it is, man. I'm gonna get that money. That's what the part you're not saying, Jay-Z. I'm gonna get that money. Once again, I like 9 out of the 10 things that Jay-Z does. This one is just a subject matter that's been coming up, and we talking about it. Now, we're not going to fast forward. We're going to keep moving. Then we get Leonard in there. Leonard, what's his name?
McKeevy?
No, that's cool. Don't diss him.
Leonard McKelvey. That is Charlamagne's government name. Leonard McKelvey. And from what they're saying, that case with the Jessica woman ain't going away. It's about to come back on him again. But let's continue.
Be the God.
Yeah.
He's at this press conference. And to be honest, once again, your accomplishments are great, my brother. But see, the God, you made your name off the street, and everybody that believes in you on that World Star World, online, the grind, everybody from the street. That's where you made your name. So then when you get up into some press conference in the NFL and you start stuttering, looking stupid, that ain't an act. Because now that we learn after academics has exposed you that this is a prior partnership that y'all did. And the problem is with the both of y'all is you're duping the public. That's the part in here. So you thought it was okay for Jay to say we're past kneeling and everything else. You sat there, you didn't say nothing. You could tell people behind the scenes what you said got edited out. We don't believe you. It's cool. And to be honest, his name's Charlamagne, I'm gonna tell you why you did that. And I'm gonna tell the music. I'm gonna tell you why a lot of people don't understand why you did that.
Let's go.
I'm gonna tell you why. You stood outside of New York, in North Carolina your whole life. I think you did a little time in Philly. And you look down at this city, and you're amazed by it. You want to come here. And you wanted to skip the line. And you thought, let me get next to Jay-Z. I mean, you rode his corn knob every chance you got, bro. Every chance you got. You rode his pepper, and you got his mayonnaise all over your face. Every chance you got.
Terrible.
You know why?
Why?
Because you was looking for validation from a New York cat. You wanted validation. And what you did not realize, Charlamagne, is that boy Jay-Z right there, you ain't smarter than him. He's hustler from Brooklyn. You ain't never gonna outsmart him.
Ever.
And I know, Charlamagne, you was at your dinner table. Jay-Z really likes me. He likes my opinion. You was wearing that dirty Rock Nation hat, I don't know how many days in a row. I thought it was a uniform. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. I'm not taking away from your accomplishments and what you do for people. But I'm saying, you were a groupie with that Jay-Z. And you know something? We're gonna keep it a buck today. Us from New York, see, you thought us falling back on Jay, you could just jump in and put his knob all over your nose, right? And put his eggnog all in your mouth.
Jeez. Okay. Now, who gave Funk Flex
We got to do the
light?
same thing for Charlamagne.
Who gave Funk Flex the green light to say all this? This clearly tells you that everybody's not happy with Jay-Z. Okay? This is a clear example of whatever elites, handlers, people that's above him are not happy with Jay right now. In the midst of he's got a three-day performance in New York City. The album re-release has went wood. People are starting to they're tired of Jay and all the shenanigans and all the schemes, and the facade is wearing thin. And now people see weakness in Jay. They see blood in the water. Oh, this is the time to get him. The king ain't so kingly now. We see chinks in his armor. After 25 years, let's go get him. The same way they waited Puffy out looking for chinks in the armor. Though I think Puffy, who will have a better ending story when it's all said and done. I think Puffy will have a better story when it's all said and done. We're talking another 10 years from now. I think Puffy, hopefully he really learns his lesson and cleans up his act, gets married. Yeah, I said it. Gets married, cleans up his act, his image, right? And he can still have a pretty prosperous and fruitful career in the business. Jay has been given so many opportunities and passes for so long. And it's like your favorite child is like, you not getting the job done. Like, you're my favorite kid. I give you all these opportunities and you somehow just keep, you know? So let's go here.
Jay-Z is copywritten all the Drewski clips from the BET Awards where he mocked him on stage. A male rapper. Well, we better get into a few things because for one, Drewski is a comedian. That's his job. You know how many people Drewski done made fun of that probably didn't like it but didn't do shit? You know how many times Nicki Minaj was ridiculed on award ceremonies?
And it's crazy how accurate Nicki Minaj is looking these days. She said that all this years ago about Jay and Rock Nation. She looks like a prophetess. But Nicki is no saint. I'm not gonna hold her in any higher light than Jay, but she's pretty accurate about the behind the scenes dealings and whatever. Well, let's continue.
Didn't say nothing. I've seen the content being removed myself, and I haven't really seen or heard about that Drewski shit since. Another note, if you have not heard the clip of Funk Flex clocking Jay-Z and Charlamagne today on air, you might want to tune in. Here's a brief clip of what was said.
This all gets weird. If you're saying something about him, he gets upset. His team gets upset because we see through the jokes. I'm just saying it came at the expense of Colin Kaepernick, and we saw you. Not you and your team made personal calls to air personalities to make sure how they spun it. He was with Colin in the beginning, but when you smelt the bag, and I hate to say this,
Okay. Yeah, this is nasty work, man. Somebody told Flex to go get him. This feels personal. Whoever sent Flex to say this, it kind of feels a little bit personal. Just a tad bit. Just a tad bit, y'all. Just a tad bit. Okay. All right. So there is a Boule power vacuum. There is a Boule civil war going on behind the scenes that's coming to light. And this just shows how messy everybody has been moving because this should not be exposed. This should not be for the people to see. The people should not be seeing this much division and all these fractured allegiances. This is supposed to be handled behind the scenes, but we're here now. So it's up. Okay.